blaming self. There's another big issue, big problem, you see. So before getting into that disaster, karma should come in. Yeah, you say, okay, now this is it. There's no room to adjust in relation to the karma, because you have tried every methods. Then, like in such a kind of relationship, then learn to move on. If it's not happy, if it's hurting each other, it is creating more negative karma, then like you say, change the picture to you. That very, very nasty, picture. Now you should change the energy of the picture. Okay, so then can move on. So if this is the case, but that's the last resort, So before trying very best, you cannot blame to karma also, So one of the problem of Buddhists is everything karma. So that's also cannot. So there's also danger like that, At the moment you want to give up, then you blame to karma, So you really have to be honest to yourself, you see. Then again, why have to be so honest? Why has to be so real? Because if the karma is not finished, let's say in relationship, you go for another relationship, problem repeats. That's the problem. So you see, that's not the skillful ways of running away. So you have to be very, very honest. You have to really apply, all these different type of methods. These are just examples, but so you get the idea. You have to be so honest. Even apply everything, then karma. Don't take too hard on you. Karma, then move on. Like that. Okay.
But how do you know that you but how do you know that you've settled?
You settle karma. So you have to. So many different angles. You look from many different angles. Apply all different. The methods. You see, and be patient. Do with some sense of calmness, clarity. Then you will know. You will know. You will know. You have tried. If there's 100 kind of methods there, you have tried 100 over 100. Yeah. Now my own self is the enemy, and sentient beings are the friends. So, other than viewing my own self as my enemy and relinquishing myself, and viewing others as a friend and cherishing them, nothing else is to be done. So that's very clear statement, isn't it? So then after that, recognizing your own self as an enemy. Okay. As for the reason why your own self is the enemy, this is presented by the following lines. Vanish all blames to the single source. So this is also the line very good to remember. Vanish all blames to the single source. Who is that single source? Self-grasping ignorant, And did you say something? Self-grasping ignorant, yeah? So again, just to repeat, if you're not clear about what that really is, maybe at that very moment, the anger could be the one. The attachment grasping could be the one. Jealousy could be the one. Laziness could be the one, So this line presents the perceiving of your own self as enemy. Whatever calamities befall you, without blaming others, you should think this is due to my own self-grasping. So self-grasping, like grasping of independent, inherent, truly existing that harm from that side, from that person's side, from out there to you. So that's the self-grasping. An example. So in this manner, scatter all the accusations fermenting within yourself. It has been taught. Whatever harms exist in the world, whatever dangers and the sufferings are in the world, all of this arises from grasping at self. What use is this great demon for me? You see, it's so true. It's really real demon. You see, from beginningless lifetime up to today, really keep us, keep cycling within the silent existence because of that. You see, there's so many already been Buddha, and we are not, we didn't manage because of this. And it's so, you see, the self-grasping, the ignorant, the name given kind of like ignorant, but it's like, it behaves, it's like much more smarter than the wisdom. You see, wisdom cannot convince us so easily. Ignorance can convince us so easily. Has all the methods, all the right language, know exactly when they need to talk to you. Know exactly. Is much more, numberless times better than the AI formatted. What do you call ChatGPT formatted? Kind of like a language that is just suits to you. Much more better than that. You see. So, if you see little sign of the weakness, limitation, attachment, it will fit you exactly what you need. You see, very, very skillful. You see, now sometimes, you look at like my mobile phone, sometimes I feel like the mobile phone has an omniscient mind, Sometimes it's so shocked. How the mobile phone know that I want to see this, I want to, like, wow, it's unbelievable. This is happening recently, not long ago. I suddenly realized, wow, the mobile phone know you so well. So the self-grasping ignorance, numberless times smarter than whatever smartness that exists in the universe. You see, in reality, of course, wisdom is smarter, but dealing with the sentient being like us, very much the ignorant wins many rounds, even over wisdom to lure us. You see, so therefore, so now you see, so whenever attachment arises, we have to be careful. We have to examine. You see, so sometimes people say, listen to your heart, listen to your mind. For me, normally say, don't listen to your heart, don't listen to your thoughts. Don't. You say, feel it and follow. I say, no, don't follow the feeling. You see, then it can go so wrong. You see, the mind is dualistic mind, false mind, and it is very much even saying the truth, but in deeper level, underlying, in deeper level, it carries dualism, dualistic, false view, like such as, even now, whatever Dharma teaching is It's, it's the truth. It's revealing. But you see, it's revealed, through the tools of ordinary mind, then it carries the dualism. You see, even the listener, you're listening the truth, but then not absolutely truth, even though the knowledge is truth, but coming to you because of the receiver's mind is ordinary mind, it carries dualism. You see, so that's why one of the reasons why we need to share motivation before, at least that it filters from those limitations, and why we do dedication at the end, especially dedicating in emptiness, is also to filter from those the influence of dualism. You see, I'm seeing you, it's real. I'm seeing you, but actually underline, I'm seeing you in carrying the element of permanent grasping and true existence, like you as a true existence. It exists independently from your side to me. It's nothing to do with. It's an object that projected from my mind. You see, but when you think, then of course you understand that. But the first moment of perceiving object, we see dualistically, and that's called ignorant, and that creates a karma. The problem is it creates a karma. It will thicken if we don't think about it. It will thicken. If we don't think about from the point of view of wisdom, then it thickens the ignorance. You see, so it's a very subtle in that way. So, we need to follow the wisdom, but not follow the feeling. Not follow whatever feeling arises. You see, most of the time it's either the feeling introduced by attachment or aversion. You see, and most of all, it introduced by ignorance. So because we didn't use the wisdom, we simply follow our emotion, conceptual mind, the ordinary mind. That's why, we are still in samsara. Those who liberated, enlightened, because they use wisdom, then they didn't fall prey under the influence of ignorance. That's how they are liberated. So we have to realize that, and from now on, then everything try to see through the eyes of wisdom. How to do that? Everything you see, illusion-alike. When I see you, introduced to your mind. I'm seeing you real one. You're a real person. But in the heart you have introduced, I'm seeing illusion-alike person. I'm seeing illusion-alike Julia. You see? And that's the real one. I'm seeing Julia. That's actually seeing inherent Julia. There's no inherent Julia up there. Inherently existing Julia is not there. Substantially existing Julia is not there. True existing Julia is not there. You see? But illusional-like Julian is there. And that is the interdependently existent Julia. You see? And that is what it means, illusional-like Julia. You see, an example. Whenever you hear something, say illusional, in hearing illusional-like sound, quite taxing, but it's not. Filter. I need to think. Eventually it becomes natural. But at the beginning, yes, there's some efforts. So this is the exercise we discussed yesterday. during post-meditation, see things illusion-like, dream-like, remember? That's the exercise in relation to the ultimate bodhicitta. Yeah, whatever thought arises, even attachment arises, illusion-like attachment. Right there, the intense grasping will drop. You see, intense grasping will drop. Anger arises, you say, illusional anger arising. The intense grasping of anger will drop. There's a disturbances, but not as intense as, is there. That's the power of the wisdom, because it's directly antidoting to it, And most of all, it helps to purify the what you call the negativities in relation to the defilement will start to purify, and with the help of purification from deep inside, then the grosser mind, the person start to make more and more comfortable, make more and more sense to this truthful world. So initially it's a bit inconvenient, it's like that, So if there is self-recognition of others arises, on this division of the self and others, grasping and anger arises. And in relation to these two emotions, all calamities come into being. You see, very much all the problem is because of either attachment or either, aversion. Really, when we talk about suffering, very much the suffering we go through emotionally or environmentally, physically, is because of not achieving that what you attach to. Isn't it? Very much that, not receiving what you want, basically, or going away what you want, don't want to go away. You see, and coming to self, those things that we don't want to have, it falls onto us. You see, and we want those suffering experiences to go away faster, but it's not going away faster. It stays longer. So that's where the suffering comes from. So the attachment, this is expressions of, this is the life of attachment and aversion. Because they are lively exist in our system, that's why we experience, the reactions of, wanting and not wanting. You see. So therefore, if we transform, if we, lojong, transform this attachment grasping and aversion grasping, and turn that into either replace it, or this morning we talk about like attachment. You can gradually making it, evolve, isn't it? Do you say like that? Attachment, but then non-grasping attachment. Attachment but non-attachment. Or replace the attachment with the detachment. Or replace the attachment with the wisdom. Selflessness, wisdom. You see. Then like anger, anger in Tantra is understood that anger also can take onto the path. In Sutra, so this teaching is based on the Sutra. So in Sutra, understood there's no method to take anger onto the path. Attachment can take onto the path. You see. So here, in accordance with the training based on the Sutra, then the anger has to be replaced by virtuous attitude, like compassion. You see, as I mentioned before, you arise as anger because of someone is hurting you, isn't it? But in the eyes of compassion, why the person hurt you? Because that person is more suffering than me, more trouble than me. That's why troubling me. You see, now your heart, able to replace, anger over Was it compassion over anger? Yeah. So you're able to replace, So that's the lojong, mind training. That's the transformation that you can gain. Of course, you have to repeatedly exercise that until it becomes spontaneous. So, and how to get to the realization? Through two ways of practice: post-meditation and meditation session. Like that. Also, he says, recognize myself as a float and others as oceans of higher qualities. So obvious, isn't it? The self-grasping in the false I is the root of all the problems, all the sufferings, all the limitations. Therefore, flow. And others, others, because of other sentient beings, because of actions of other sentient beings, you get to develop all the practice, the paramita practice of sixth perfection. Patience, generosity. If there's no one out there, how to make generosity? If no one disturbs you, how to practice patience? Buddha won't able to teach us patience. Buddha won't help us to develop the paramita of patience. Only the troublemaker, only the difficult people, can really make us closer to enlightenment. You see, so if you see through, from this point of view, then really the troublemakers, the true guru, is a true teacher. So you see, so if you manage to place harm giver in the rank of your guru field, then that's really great, isn't it? I remember that the night before Gyabja Lama Subramji passed away, so we were at the Himalaya, the Rajan Nunnery. So that night, quite many hours, I was with Rinpoche. So Rinpoche asked to share some stories. It's a talk, so I don't know what to talk. So Rinpoche was talking. Then after that, request him to lie down. Then he said, "You talk." So after that, I was sharing, the story about my relationship with the father. Then he said, now he's most adorable person. So Rinpoche doing like this from the bed, doing like that, I said, that's the best. Like that, So, someone who is troublemaker to you, and now you really see the most adorable, most beneficial person. So that's what Rinpoche is saying. That's it, like that. So this is telling to everybody, all of us, saying, we all have some inconvenience from somebody in our life, or situations or whatever, especially if it's a sentient being or person, then really, if you really take as a disguised guru to really make you progress on the Bodhisattva's path. And the only way to progress on Bodhisattva's path is perfecting the practice of six paramita. There's no other than that. Even we talk about Tonglen practice is to perfect the practice of six paramita. Among the six paramita, patience is one of them. You see? So like that. So I will thoroughly discard grasping at self and practice embarrassing others. Reflect all shortcoming and defect I may possess originated from my grasping at selfhood. From beginningless time, I have held on to the self when there was none. Therefore, when there was none. Wherever I was born, though there was no self, I have grasped at my body as the basis of my selfhood. Is it very clear? So taking it is side, I have resorted to rejection and affirmation depending on whether I deem something desirable or undesirable. In this manner, I have committed all three deceptions, duplicity and deviousness towards others, and as a consequence, have accumulated afflictions and negative karma over and over again. This has compelled me since the beginningless time to endure the incalculable sufferings of self-existence in general and immeasurable sufferings of the three lower realms in particular, so in general and immeasurable sufferings of the three lower realms in particular. Still, as stated in the following, although countless eons have passed, with such a great hardship, you have sought only suffering. And that's, you see, although countless eons have passed, with such a great hardship, you have sought only suffering because of the grasping on the false I and serving its demand. You see, so long as I fail to view the self as an enemy, so long I will continue to seek the well-being of this self. Consequently, I will accumulate negative karma that will compel me in the future to wander in this infinite cycle of self-existence, where I will suffer even more and for longer than before. So this cherishing of self brings about all the sufferings of the three times. Since this self has been my own executioner and my enemy from beginningless time, then in all the death I have experienced in the beginningless cycle of existence, no one else has done the killing. No one has done the killing. Rather, I have been killed by my own self, as if biting your own lips. So, firmly hold your own self as an enemy. Where is this? So, firmly hold your own self as an enemy. Full stop. Then after that, okay, where is this enemy? Okay, so it is in your own heart. Okay, then Shantideva taught, for example, if this ancient enemy long settled, the sole cause of steadily increasing horse of harm has found in home within my very heart. How can there be joy for me within this self-existence? Okay, now how many? Oh, that's quite a... Okay, so I think I better stop here. Yes, it's dinner time. Because I think tonight we have a Thara Puja also.
Yes, so the false I is a continuum? The false I is the continuum, or with the false I every birth?
Oh, false eyes, it continues until we overcome until we gain the wisdom of no self.
Impressions from previous births as well, right? Mm-hmm. There are impressions of previous births as well.
Oh yes. Okay, so thank you. It's okay. Gamneyadayami. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Enjoy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Hi, Derek. Oh yeah. Yeah. I was telling Meda, bring you back somewhere more comfortable place.
I'm okay.
You sure?
I have back problems.
Yeah. But this here, the weather is